Okay, I'm just having have a drink. I've recorded this video several times already. I had trouble with the microphone. And it's about your rights, okay? I want you to make sure you understand your rights. This isn't the book I wrote. This is by Liberty Human Rights Society. I Know My Rights, it's called now. This is a book that you get when you join them and you become a member. I remember. See, I've got the little pin. So it's very cleverly. See, that I there also looks also an L, you see, for liberty. So it's an I, as an I know my rights, and the L for liberty, you see. It's both. I know my rights. I'm allowed to tell you this. I think it's the copyright of the booklet, and they couldn't copyright the Human Rights Act. But it's here, and it's here to be spread to people so people understand. This is the British right, the Human Rights Act. Okay, everyone doesn't have the same ones, and some poor buggers have got none at all. So let's not pretend. But I'm going through them so you understand what your rights are. I thought you would have similar rights elsewhere. Let's see what it says about the Human Rights Act. Anyway, I'll go through the rights here, and you'll realise that they're probably already being broken. Now, the important thing about this is that's a good thing when you realise they're being broken, because that means you know that you can take legal action. And that's the point. Whether you choose to or not is up to you. But certainly, organisers like Liberty, a lot of the time, I think they deal with the big stuff. Because the small-time arseholes, basically, they disappear when the big stuff disappears, because they're just aping somebody else. They don't have the intelligence to do something of their own. They don't. They're just following, really. Right, okay. We'll start with the first one here. I have the right to life. Okay. What does that mean? I'll go through these very quickly because, okay, I've been through this several times before. The government must take steps to protect our lives. For example, the police must protect us from danger, and public services must keep us safe. That also means if someone dies in special circumstances, their death must be properly investigated. Okay. I must not be tortured or suffer inhuman or degrading treatment. This means nobody should ever be tortured or treated in a human or degrading way, no matter what the situation. Okay, that means this happens all the time. That means basically when the arsehole, basically the wimp, basically, who when I asked them, because I was actually thrown out of kickboxing, that you were not allowed to give me any more. They'll give me any more lessons. Why? Because you said something offensive, and they're like, no, I didn't say anything offensive. What was it? Well, I can't say that here. See. That is a way of trying to humiliate me. See, what he was trying to do is to infer. But that is a form of humiliation, which means he's managed to make himself into a torturer. See, that's where being a snowflake gets you, you see. You start off with, I don't like occultism, I can't have this because it's, what we're going to do. You see, you start off like a wimp. Basically, these people do the strength on the outside, and the inside is still a wimp. That's it. You strengthen the outside, that's great, fine and dandy, but your inside is still a wimp. It's the inside you should have strengthened. The outside makes no difference, you're still a wimp inside. You see, and it comes out like this. And then they get them into bigger and bigger trouble, because straight away, what you've got there, you see, is he's broke the human rights law. He's a torturer. Was not also inhuman or degrading treatment. Straight away. Why? Because that's what happens, you see, the wimps. To end up breaking human rights. Most of the torturers are probably wimps because they don't have anywhere else to go to, you see. They've got nowhere else to go except to break the rules of the law because, basically speaking, they just can't deal with stuff. These are people that simply cannot deal with things like people having their own beliefs and, they can't deal with any of this stuff. They can't. The limit of these people's intelligence is Geordie Shore. Nothing wrong with Geordie Shore. They don't realise that people like me don't exist. And we don't keep doing what we do, and that's just writing what we want. And some members of society want to stop us. So if we stop, Geordie Shore wouldn't exist. None of this stuff would exist, They're sucking off our teeth, basically. If we were women, they're drinking off our teeth because I have no fucking idea that if we stop, censorship will just go wild, and there's nothing there. If you have too much censorship, they can just, you don't know when this has been broken. Okay, another one, I must never be a slave. You must never be treated like slaves or made to work against our will. Okay, that's an important one. Remember that one. I'm going through these quickly. I have the right to liberty. We all have the right to be free, and our freedom can only be taken away under certain circumstances. You break the law that can put you away. I have the right to a fair trial. What does this mean? We are always innocent until proven guilty. Bloody good point. An excellent point. Innocent until proven guilty. Was I proven guilty? No. I didn't do anything. Did he ever offer any evidence? Did he offer what it was I was supposed to have said? No. Why? Because it's basically just an act of bigotry. What you've got is these scared little girls in men's bodies, scared little children that can't deal with stuff like occultism that it exists. You see, my writing to them is so hardcore that we can't deal with what we're going to do. And these supposedly guys who want to appear like hard men, because let's be honest, really. Kickboxing. It's not. It's just like, I'm not saying some of them aren't tough, but it's not. Like I said, it's just the outside. You need to work on the inside stuff. Because let's be honest, if you can't punch without gloves on, you can't punch. And all they do is punch with gloves on, which is a problem. Okay. I must not be punished without law. Okay, that's another good one. I mean, people can't just punish you for stuff. You have to be found guilty of a crime. I have the right to private and family life. That means you're not allowed to be secretly watched what you're doing. You're not allowed to read your private messages or emails or listen to your phone calls without a good reason. Okay, that's what that means. And also you're allowed to get married and stuff like that. That's an important one. I have freedom of thought, religion and belief. It's a bloody good point. We have the freedom of thought, religion and belief. See, they think if it's not a religion, we can do what we want. No, you bloody can't. Human Rights Act. You see, again, these bloody wimps are always the ones causing the problems. They're always trying to conceal they're a wimp. And they spend years coming up with a cover. They will spend years doing this and that and whatever the hell it is. And the inside of them is still a wimp. That's the problem. They didn't strengthen the inside bit. I have the right to free speech. Another bloody good point as well. Free speech. Okay? It's only set to stop people speaking freely if expressing their views causes harm and is unlawful. That's the whole point. Cause harm and is unlawful. Again, same problem. Same problem. You say not unlawful, but people don't like it. Well, just... You see, that's the problem. They can't deal with stuff, simple stuff in life, normal everyday things that are real. They can't deal with stuff. And I'm not talking about occultism. I'm just talking about the idea that occultism exists. They can't deal with stuff. So they just go and they think, well, no, I did the right thing. No, you didn't, because it turns out it's illegal to act like a wimp. You see, it's illegal. They banned it. Because all these things here are the things that wimps do. The things that wimps break, the rules they break when they can't deal with stuff. I have the right to peacefully protest. Exactly. I want just mean express. We'll come together with others and express our views. Means we are allowed to take part in peaceful assemblies like marches, protests, and demonstrations. We also right to join a political party or set one up or trade union. See? That's the same thing what wimps do. Oh, I don't like these people doing this. I don't agree with them. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Can't deal with this point of view. You know, transgenders go on the march. What am I going to do? I can't deal with this transgender idea. What am I going to do? We're going to go and shut them down. We're going to try and arrest them and do this and we'll torture them. Why? Because they can't deal with it. Because they're wimps. I have the right to marry who I choose. As long as you're legally old enough, we have the right to marry whoever we want and to raise a family. This right be restricted according to national laws on marriage. First, trying to make lives between close relatives illegal, which is fair enough. I must not suffer discrimination. Everyone's rights are equal. You should not be treated unfairly or differently or denied your rights because of your gender, age, race, religion or beliefs, nationality, sexual disability, or anything else. You see, I didn't just concentrate on beliefs, which covers occultism. Because they think gender, age, maybe age, maybe. Race, religion, but we can do everything else. No, you can't. You're not allowed to do anything else, not beliefs or national sexual orientation, disability, or anything else. You can't discriminate people because they're short. You can't discriminate people because they're ugly. You can't discriminate against them for any bloody reason. You see, that's what it comes down to. They can't deal with things. They discriminate against people because they cannot deal with their point of view, what they do with the world, basically. That's the problem. They cannot deal with the world. They have the right, or the first protocol, and the right to respect for my property. The things we own belong to us. That's the different. These are protocols. These aren't the articles, but they're still part of the act. We all belong to us, and we have the right to enjoy them if we're not bothering anyone else. Public bodies can't take them away or tell us how to use them without good reason. I have the right to education. All children and young people have the right to be educated. And the last one is that you've got the right to vote. Okay. And that's them there, okay? And that's what they're there for. So think about them, think about your rights, and realise that basically it seems that these wimps are the ones that are breaking all the rules. They're the ones causing all the problems. Because these are the ones saying these children are snowflakes. And the children, it's not the children are snowflakes. Not maybe some of them are, okay, I'll be honest. That's a bit more obvious, but it's the parents that are fucking snowflakes of these people. You know, these like 30-odd-year-old people and things like this. I'm older than that. They are snowflakes. They've just learned to cover it up a bit. But the idea that when you think about it, that if you don't like something, that it can force you, or not force you, it cause you to break someone's human rights, proves it. Because basically, these people, this isn't planned to break these rights because they can go to jail for this. You can put them in jail. And let's be honest, any of these people, if they go to jail, they're going to be arse raped within about half an hour because they will smell off them. They will smell that these people are snowflakes. They will be able to sell the scent of wimp from them straight away. That's basically what you're talking about. So they're not planning it because it would be really stupid to do that. It's just that they back themselves in the corner. They're not really very clever. And they don't understand the situations that they end up in. Okay. My advice would be perhaps join Liberty so you can learn about these things yourself. It's a Human Rights Society. I'm going to sign off now.